Hello. In this video, we'll talk about what to do if your internal appeal is denied by your insurance company. We'll walk you through that process step by step and help you avoid some of the more common mistakes. If you get lost at any point, remember you can always jump back in the video, and there's plenty of information at insuranceca.iowa.gov to help you along the way. Ready? All right. If your appeal is denied, you may be able to apply for an external review. In an external review, your medical records and claims are sent to a totally separate third party called an Independent Review Organization, IRO for short, where doctors will take a completely fresh look at your file and see if the claim should be covered. However, there are some things you'll need to check first. This may sound a bit technical, but if you have health insurance through your employer, you need to find out if your plan is both grandfathered and self-insured. Your policy should have this information, or you can call the employer's HR or benefits office to double check. If so, you'll need to talk to your benefits coordinator to find out whether your plan offers its own external review process or chooses to participate in Iowa's process. We'll only talk about Iowa's process here because it's the one most plans have to follow. The next step is to figure out why your claim was denied. This is even more important now because not all types of denials are eligible for external review. You can get an external review if your claim was denied as experimental, investigational, or not medically necessary. You cannot get an external review for contractual reasons. For example, the services were not covered under your policy, or you went to an out-of-network provider. Step 3 is to locate the final notice that your last internal appeal was denied. This letter should state that it is a final adverse determination. It's important to save this letter because it's required for the external review process. You have 4 months from the date you receive this letter to file for an external review. Step 4 is to gather any new supporting documents you didn't submit with your appeal. You do not need to resend the records and materials that you included with your internal appeal because your insurance company is required to send everything it received to the Independent Review Organization. However, you can submit any new records and provider letters to the IRO if you wish. Remember to allow several weeks to get your medical records and a letter from your provider. Step 5 is to get the right form from the Iowa Insurance Division. To do this, you can go to our website listed below or use one of the phone numbers to request that a form be mailed to you. Be sure to read the instructions. The first page of the form will tell you which sections you need to fill out. The second page will have information about what needs to be included along with the form. If you have any questions while filling it out, call the Market Regulation Bureau at the number on the form. It's better to be sure before you send the form. The sixth step is to send in the form using the Where to Send It section on the form. Once you send in your request, if your claim is determined to be eligible for an external review, you'll be notified in writing with the IRO's contact information. The next step is to send the IRO any new supporting information. Once the IRO is selected, you have only 5 business days to send the IRO any new supporting information. Write a letter in business format, give detailed information, and be polite. If you can, email or fax your information to the IRO so that it can get there as soon as possible. If you can't, mail it with signature confirmation. The final step is to wait for the IRO's decision, which you will send within 45 days of receiving your request. If the IRO decides your insurance company must cover the claim, that decision is binding and the insurance company cannot appeal it. If the IRO agrees with your insurance company and says the service should not be covered, you can appeal. The IRO's decision will have information about how to do this. For more detailed information, visit insuranceca.iowa.gov. You'll also find a lot of helpful information there on topics such as the Affordable Care Act and how to shop for individual health insurance plans.